hopefully it isn't too far away. Go into the PSGL channel. There is F1, F2, all trying to get lined up, and there's F8 as well. Yep, and there is the stream. Audio is working as well, and the chat is up, and the stream is up, and we're all good to go. That is absolutely fantastic. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to round 2 of the F8 Championship here on PSGL. I'm KD1997, your lead commentator for tonight, and this time we are racing at the Marina Bay Street Circuit for the Singapore Grand Prix. This track was first introduced in 2008, designed by track-making supremo Herman Tilke. This 3.1 mile racetrack consists of 23 corners and 3 DRS zones. Bear has a reputation of being the F1's first ever night race. Unfortunately though, it also has a reputation of being one of the longest races in time, basically. Why is it basically like that? Because it's mainly because due to the technical nature of this street circuit. Especially if it's in wet weather conditions, we're in for a long one if that is the case. But thanks to the 3 DRS zones, there are some opportunities that you can have here around this racetrack at turns 1, turn 7, which is probably the most ideal overtaking spot on the racetrack, and turn 13. But the drivers will have to deal with some hazard areas of the racetrack as well, particularly more of the tricky traction zones of turn 3, turn 5, and also where it used to be noticeably as the Singapore Sling of turns 10 and 11. So thankfully that bit is no longer existed. And then of course the 90-degree corners of turns 15 leading up towards turn 21. But if you make any sort of mistake around this sort of racetrack, you will have a meet and greet with the barriers that lie every single corner of the racetrack. So with this sort of nature of the racetrack, qualifying will have to be extremely very important here. So you want to be up towards the front, especially if it does rain here in Singapore. It is very much has a reputation of having wet weather racing. So hopefully we won't get that for any of our sakes here for tonight. Now, before we go fully focused to qualifying, there is a little bit of news to go through first from last week's race in Barcelona. And I am very happy to report there were no incidents that were reported. So the results stand as they were from last week. Currently, in the Drivers' Championship, as soon as I pull it up, currently in the Drivers' Championship is Aguilera that is leading on 16 points, followed by Stroduzzi in second with 12 points. He's currently the leading non-reserve driver. In third is Lucas with 10 points, followed by Satike in fourth with 8 points. Then it is Jimmy in fifth with 6 points. And then Jesler, I should say, is in sixth with 5. Playtendo in seventh with 4. Playtendo in eighth with 3 points. Dutch Tricks in ninth with 2. And Robson rounds off with just 1 point. And also, if you want to know as well, that is also the point system for PSGL. The top 10 do score points in this league. In the Constructors' Championship, currently it's Red Bull that's leading on 12 points, followed by Alpine in second with 8. Then it's AlphaTauri in third with 5. In fourth, it's Aston Martin with 4 points. Then it's Williams in fifth with 3. Haas in sixth with 1. And then Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, and Alfa Romeo have yet to score something. But it's all good though. It was only the first round, so still got plenty of racing to come here. And after that, now we can fully focus on qualifying, so everyone's just out and about getting ready on their out-laps as well as we speak. Normally this would be the moment where I would introduce my co-commentator Storm, but unfortunately he is not here for tonight. Apparently he's dealing with illness as well, so he will not be joining us for this race. Hopefully he'll join back next week, and we wish him well, of course. And hello there, Jeremy. Good to see you're in the chat as well. Let's see here. We got a few drivers out and about on their out laps as we speak. See if we can find anybody that's going to be getting ready very shortly here. Looks like Bossy's getting ready. Tell you what, we'll take advantage of Bossy here. give you a proper tour of this 3.1 mile racetrack. Around turn 23 and down the main straightaway towards turn 1, opens the DRS. Peak speed we're going to see from the AlphaTauri, 184 miles per hour. Down to 5th gear, into turn 1, into turn 2. You got to be very careful through turn 2 especially. Use too much of that curve. Oh, but he loses the back end there at the exit of turn 3. But he catches it well through turn 4 and then into turn 5. Down to 4th gear, nicely done there. Opens DRS, now heads down towards turn 7. This little kink right here, that is turn 6. A very fast kink, of course. Up towards now turn 7, down to 4th gear, uses the inside curve, uses the outside curve as well at turn 7. Down to 4th gear, into turn 8, and then into turn 9. Down towards turn 9, down to 4th gear as Robson puts the top first time on the board with a 137.3. Into the former Singapore sling, turn 10 and 11. Down to 4th gear, keeps in 4th at the entry and exit of turn 10 and 11. Into now the hairpin of turn 12, down to 3rd gear, then short shifts up to 4th, as Tika goes to the top now with a 136.643. Over DRS heading up towards turn 13. You don't want to hit those tire barrier there on the left-hand side. If you do, well, that's just trouble there. Into now these 90-degree corners. I hate these 90-degree corners here. They kind of lower them, but if you go over them too much, yeah, your car will bottom out. Underneath the grandstand through turn 16, 17, oh no, 17 and 18, sorry, then it's into 18, 19, 20, and then 21. And now he's just got one more corner, 2 more corners to negotiate through 22, 23, around the final corner, up to the line, we'll set at 137.5. But, like I mentioned, he did lose time there by losing the back end of the exit of turn 3. So, yeah, he's still got plenty of time to find anything. Let's see, Max Vergess has done a time of a 136.7. That's followed by Dutch Trick. Goodness me, I can't speak today. Dutch Trick with a 137.037. It's Playtender with a 137.1. Robson, I mentioned, is at a 37.3. Neil Cindric has a 137.4. And then, yeah, Pataka, 36.76. Then Jeremy with a 37.7. Gamer with a 138.9. Jesler looks like he's about to get going for another lap. Or actually, no, he might have invalidated this on the next lap. That's what's happened here. Tristan coming down towards turn 13. Brings it down to 3rd gear. Uses the outside curve there, but gets the pinpoint on entry and exit very nicely done. There's his teammate there of Gamer as well. Through 14, now into turns 15 and 16. Through these awful 90-degree corners. Luckily, they'll be getting rid of those 90-degree corners. I don't know why it's been there all this time. It doesn't provide any purpose of overtaking, in my opinion. Alright, couple more corners to negotiate for Tristan. Around the final corner now, up towards the line. We'll set a 139.0. Alright. Let's see here. Strotuzzi, who's currently 2nd in the championship. Well, obviously he finished 2nd in that race, coming through the Singapore sling. Now heading up towards the Anderson Bridge. And now head up down towards the hairpin, as 7 driver has been disqualified for facing the wrong way. Oh dear, so that means he will not continue through qualifying. He will have to start from the very back of the grid. Ouch. That is something you do not want to have happen to you at Singapore. You do not want to start from the very back. Oh, but Strotuzzi runs deep there into turn 15. That was definitely not ideal. Through 17 and 18. Now into turns 19, 20, and 21 comes the Red Bull. 2 more turns to negotiate. Through 22 and 23, up towards the line, will set a 137 flat. Puts himself into 4th place. Oysten looks like he's getting ready as well. He's on a flying lap. He's heading up towards turn 7. Peak speed 186 miles per hour. Does a 27.1 to the first sector, according to the timing screen. Through turn 8, up towards now turn 9. Brings it down to 3rd gear. keeps it a third around turn 9. Now heads up towards turns 10 and 11. Through the Singapore sling we come. Very nicely done there. Keeps the car pinned there, uses the curve there. Up towards now turn 12. And then hugs around the hairpin. Maybe missed the apex a little bit. Actually, that was turn 13 is the hairpin. I am so silly, sorry. Turn 14 is the right-hander that Oysen went through. I just thought of that, sorry. It's very easy to get that mixed up too. I mean, that's also, it can be easy to get mixed up if, let's say, you go to Saudi Arabia, because there's also 27 corners compared to this track, which has 23. Alright, Oysen will come around the final 2 turns now, up towards the final corner. Foot to the floor, across to the line, just at a 137.9. Let's see here. Max is getting ready for a flying lap. Currently sitting second with a 136.7. Down towards turn 1. Flicks the car in 4th gear, keeps it in 4th through turns 1, 2, and 3. He's got a car in front as well of a Williams, gets out of the way. A little bit of an awkward spot, if I'm totally honest there. Hopefully didn't really distract Max too much. Opens DRS, saying down towards turn 7. What will the clock say for him as he reaches the first sector split? Clock says he's up by just over, actually that's about nearly 1 3/4 of a tenth of a second. Heading up towards turn 8. Now into turn 9 comes the Alfa Romeo. 4th gear keeps it in 4th, finding the traction as much as he can. Now heading up towards the Singapore sling. Brings it down to 4th, keeps it in 4th. Now short shifts up to 3rd, then brings it down to 3rd, then back up to 4th at the exit of turn 11 through 12. Into the hairpin of turn 13. And then into now turn 14. DRS wide open for the Alfa Romeo. What will the clock say for him this time? Now he's found nearly about 2.5 tenths to the middle sector. So with this sort of improvement, he can be somewhere in the mid to low 36s as he goes around turn 16, 17, then 18, 19, then heading up towards turns 20 and 21. Comes the Alfa Romeo, clobbering all the curb there, but he's got 2 more corners to negotiate. Hey, up towards now the final 2 turns, and he'll go up to the line and will go up to the top with a 136.421. He's improved by 0.3 of a second. Tico, meanwhile, has backed out of his lap. Robson, I think he's not improving, it looks like. I think he did just improve there. He did a 136.760. Alright, Zero, meanwhile, is coming through turn 3. I think that might have been the Williams that we saw earlier that was in the middle of Max's lap. Heading up towards now turn 7, opens the DRS. What will the clock say for the Williams car? As Plate Tendo goes to 3rd with a 136.669. He's found nearly 0.2 of a second to the first sector. Heading towards turn 8, now up towards turn 9. Brings it down to 4th, hugs the inside apex, very nicely done. The car looked absolutely good there, nice rotation as well. Heading up towards now turn 10 and 11, down to 4th gear. Now hugs the inside curb, and then uses the inside curb turn 12. Through the Anderson Bridge, into turn 13, around the hairpin, 3rd gear, keeps it in 3rd, and then it opens the DRS saying up towards now the middle sector. The clock says for him, he's found a heck of an amount of time. He's found nearly 3.5 tenths to the middle sectors. So with that sort of improvement, he can definitely challenge Max for the top of the table. He just needs to get through a few more corners. Now he'll head underneath the grandstand. Oh, he's got a Ferrari in front. Oh, but he keeps out of the way. Hopefully that won't distract him too much. Around the turn 21, has now 2 more turns through 22 into 23, around the final quarter, and no, it's not enough for pole, not yet at least. It's a 136.432. He misses out by 11 thousandths of a second. He found over about half a second on that lap. Dutch, meanwhile, did improve as well to a 136.599. And also with this sort of racetrack, you know, you got to make sure you get... Oh, it's Strotuzzi nearly losing the back end at the exit of turn 7. Holy smokes, how on earth did he keep the car intact? I'm not sure. But yeah, with this sort of track, though, the out-lap and in-laps, though, are very long, of course, thanks to this track being so technical and not very many areas. Oh dear, Stroduzzi is really lagging for me. So yeah, you want to make sure you get up to the to your pits as quickly as possible. If you say make a mistake, goodness me, I can't even speak. Meanwhile, Stroduzzi, he's found nearly over 3/10 of a second. He is apparently purple as well. So, with this sort of improvements, he can challenge for the top 6, maybe top 5. Let's wait and see. He's got about 4 turns to negotiate. Now 2 more turns. Heads up towards turns 22 and 23. Around the final couple of corners, and it is enough for pole, for at least for now, 136.372. So now he occupies pole position, but I don't think he'll have enough time to go into the pits and go out for another lap. So I'm thinking this will be his qualifying officially over for Stroduzzi. But still a very nice little lap by the Red Bull driver. Jeremy, meanwhile, has aimed up towards now turn 7. I think he's one of the few reserves here in this race for tonight. It doesn't look... Oh, he's not improving. He's down by, like, a chunk. Alright, Questro is going back into the pit lane. And we'll get on another set of soft tires and get going again soon. Tico looks like... hang on a minute. Sorry, I decided to make a quick little text. Anyway, Tico looks like he's getting ready for what will be his final flying lap. Heading through turn 1, into turn 2, and then into turn 3, third gear. Short shifting up to 4th on the exit of turn 3. Through turn 4, now heads up towards turn 5. Down to 4th gear, short shifting up to 5th. Oh, he's got a bit of traffic in front. He's got an Alpine and a Williams in front. Hopefully they won't impede him too much. Hey, up towards now the first sector split, the clock says for him. He's up by 29 thousandths of a second, heading through turn 7. The Alpine, though, gets out of the way. Very nicely done. Heading through turn 8. Up towards now turn 9. Brings it down to 4th gear. Then short shift up to 5th. Interesting. I don't ever see anyone short shift up to 5th through that particular corner. It's usually 3rd to 4th. Heading through turn 10 into turn 11. Now heading through the Anderson Bridge of turn 12. Up towards now the hairpin of turn 13. Down to 1st, then he short shifts quickly up to 3rd on the exit of turn 13. Then Williams still is in front of him, hopefully he doesn't impede him. He's up by 31 thousandths to the middle sector. That Williams is still not getting out of the way. Now he finally gets out of the way. Gee whiz, he was in front of him for quite some time. Oh, he's got more traffic though to negotiate underneath the grandstand. He's got the Alpine in front, but he also gets out of the way. Hey, up towards now turns 21, up towards 22 and 23. Oh, we'll see what the clock will be. For Tico, crosses it. He's up to pole now, a 136.331. Beats out Stroduzzi's time by 4/100ths of a second. Meanwhile, Max is up by 62 thousandths to the first. Heading up towards the middle sector. He's found just over a 10th and a half. With that sort of improvement, that's definitely going to be enough for pole if he can keep this lap tidy. Heading through the 90-degree corners of turns 16 and 17. Heading up towards now turns 18 and 19. As Stroduzzi has retired from the session, so he will not be able to continue. Or actually, did he leave the session? I'm not entirely sure there. Maybe I misread that. No, he left the session, that's right. Alright, Max coming around the final couple of corners. Up towards the line, and it's pole position for now for Max. A 136.096. Very nice lap from the Alfa Romeo 0. Meanwhile, he's coming up towards the Singapore slate. I did not quite catch what he did through the first sector, but I think he is improving. Dutch, meanwhile, is purple, I believe, to the first sector. Robson is not going to improve. Plate Tendo is down by 4 thousandths of a second He can still try to improve on his lap, but I don't think he'll try to get pole position. Zero. Oh, he's lost time. He's lost about, well, 73,000. He's now down by just 1,000 to the middle sector. Dutch, meanwhile, he's making his way up to the middle sector split. What will the clock say for the Ferrari? He's found a whopping 3/10. Oh, but not anymore, I don't think. He's hit the tire barrier there at the exit of turn 14. I think that might have hampered his lap there. Oh, dear. Zero, though. Yeah, he's bailed on the lap. He's not going to improve. Play Tender also has bailed on his lap. So that's his qualifying over. Bossy, meanwhile, came across the line there. He did a 136.8. And Jesler, I think that was the next guy that crossed, did a 137.1. Oh, it's Dutch. Yeah, he puts it into the wall there. 136.6. Only good enough for fifth. Oh, dearie dear. Well, that, unfortunately, was a bit of a heartbreak there for Dutch. He looked like he was on a good lap until he made that mistake. Probably locked up going into turn 14. Yeah. But it is Max Verstappen on pole position with a 1 minute 36.096. A very good lap there by the Alfa Romeo driver, for sure. Clearing Tico by nearly, what was that, 2.5 tenths? Yep, yeah, nearly 2.5 tenths. And it's a Dutch 1-2 as well for Max and Tico. And then it's a Dutch 3-4 with Stroduzzi and Zero. Top second to fourth, meanwhile, they were separated by just about a tenth. So very close between those three there. Dutch at fifth, followed by Lucas, Robson, Playtendo, Bossy, Pataka, TK, Jesler, Neil Sindrick, Jimmy, Jeremy, Oyson, Gamer, Questro, Tristan, and Sim Driver, who got disqualified for facing the wrong way. Alright, race time. And of course there is no formation lap, so we will go straight into the race, as I learned last week. Alright, let's also give a little bit of a shout out to our title sponsor, GT Omega, who is the proud sponsor of PSGL. They are the leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from gaming chairs to sim racing cockpits. Improve your gaming setup with GTO. If you want to check them out, go to www.gtomega.com.uk and use the promo code PSGL at checkout for 5% off on any GT Omega products. You can also find them on twitch.tv, www.twitch.tv GT Omega TV, and you can also find them on Facebook, Instagram, on GT Omega Racing. That's capital GTO, then Mega, and then capital R for the racing. All right. Let's see how we go here. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to send the link there for, what's his name? Anyway, that's fine. I can see there also the pit lane crew are doing their little A pose as usual. Alright, we're all good to go. And we got 5 red lights for the Singapore Grand Prix, all dry conditions. And we are underway here at Singapore. It's a nice start there, looks like, from Max, heading up towards turn 1. A nice start for Stroduzzi as well, but he's been covered off by Tico, heading through turns 2 and 3. Tico to keep in the second place. Oh, what is going on in the back? Some shuffling there. It looks like Zero has dropped all the way down to 18th place. He must have had some sort of incident that's happened to him. Oh dear, this car is just shuffling everywhere, heading through turn 5. Dearie me, there was cars shuffling all over the back. But yeah, Zero, I think he's made some sort of error, I think, somewhere. Neil Cedric around the outside, heading through turn 7. He gets by Jesler. Oh, but he might get swamped there by the inside of Questro, heading up towards turn 8. He keeps the position, though. Lucas, though, also looks like Stroduzzi might have lost a few spots as well. He was fighting for second with Tico at turn 1. Now he's dropped down to 5th place. Oh, Zero and Gamer. Oh, that's tight. No, you can't make it work through there, my friend. Not through that sort of section. Oh, and a little bit of a spin, too. That was Oyston in the Red Bull. And ghosting there, that's Stroduzzi. And into the wall there, that's Lucas. And the tire barrier at turn 14. But, oh, dearie me, gets the car reversed and gets a point in the right direction. So lots of shuffling here on the first lap, as Questro has also had an incident too. That was at turn 15. Gee whiz, Playtendo's moved up to 6th. Nice little start from him, gaining at least 2 spots. But who's had a better start is Max. He's already got a 1.8 second lead at the end of the first lap. See what the tires are. Majority of them are on the fairly mixed, but it looks like the majority of them are on the medium compound tires by the way it looks. As far as positions gained, yeah, the biggest loser was Lucas out of them all, and Zero, losing 10 spots after starting in qualifying. After qualifying in 4th place, Lucas all the way down to 19th place after starting in 6th. So TK and Stroduzzi, oh, they're side by side. Stroduzzi not giving up. He's ghosted still. Why is ghosting on for him? Everyone's just going through him like it's like nothing, apparently. Oh, well, that makes sense. So, oh, what? Okay, now he's just got... Okay, he's now at the Singapore Sling, but that's not him controlling his car. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with him, but hopefully he'll rejoin okay. Wow. Yeah, that was very interesting. Anyway. 2 seconds is the margin between Tico and Max. Max is gaining bit by bit here on this lap as well. Tico's got Dutch for company behind him in 3rd. And then it's a large margin between Dutch and Robson. It's a 3.7 second margin as Max sets a new fastest lap with a 140.7. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Stroduzzi. Hopefully he get going again, but yeah, that would be a very unfortunate. Oyston and Jimmy looks like they... Ooh, dearie me. Looks like Oyston just got by Jimmy. As Questro, you did see too as well a little while ago, did pit for a new set of mediums. Yeah, he must have suffered damage somewhere on the first lap. Not ideal if you get damage on the first lap here on this racetrack. Lucas overtaking Sem Driver, that is for 17th. Sem Driver, of course, was the driver that started from the very back. Oh my goodness, this Dutch had a massive tank slapper at the exit of turn 11. How on earth did that Ferrari not go around? I don't know. He is very fortunate that did not spin him around. Jeez. Bossy can't get close enough. There is DRS enabled, but it can't really do... Wait a minute. Did I see... Oh, it's raining! The heavens have opened here at Singapore. The heavens have opened. Look, you could see rain streaking down on the camera lens and on the halo. The heavens have opened. Alright, so now this race has gone even a little bit more interesting. Oh dear, Pataka is really lagging quite a bit for me. Down the main straightaway towards turn 1. Tristan, oh hang on, there's been something's happened there. Oh, that's because Jimmy and Jessler are going to the pits. They must be going for the gamble to go onto the intermediate tire. Alright, Dutch, DRS. Wide open for the Ferrari driver, hanging up towards turn 7. He's not close enough to attack him. Wet tires for Jessler, and intermediate tires for Jimmy. Interesting strategy calls, but I'm not sure if that's the right tire to go on there, Jessler. Not even wet enough yet. as Lucas overtakes. Oh, and someone had a moment there. Pataka has done a mistake there at the exit of turn 8. Now he's got Neil Cindric alongside. He makes contact with Play Tendo through the Singapore sling. Fortunately, nothing happened between those two. Oh, and his teammate has spun of Tsutsike. Facing backwards, he gets the car now pointing in the right direction. But yeah, no, he made a critical mistake there. You saw him facing backwards at the exit, or actually in the middle of the Anderson Bridge. Yeah, we only had 2 drivers that gambled on going onto the intermediate tire. Yellows are out. That's for Sim Driver. As Neil Cindric overtakes Play Tendo. Makes a mistake there at turn 14. Alright, Pataka, he's coming into the pits. And same with Oysen in the Red Bull. Yeah, I think probably now is a good time to get off of the... Maybe they think it's a good enough time to get off of those tires and get onto the intermediates. Yep, Oysen onto a set of inters, but Pataka's on another set of mediums. Oh dear, Neil Cindric has had a moment at turn 4. Yeah, but he's now plummeted down to 13th. Alpine have not had a great last couple of laps, it seems. And yellows are out again. That is for, oh dear, that's for Jimmy. At the exit of turn 23. He also gets the car pointed in the right direction. 0. Oh dear, he lost 3 spots there, 2 spots actually. Dropping down to 10th. Well, it's a 6, like the gap is 6/10 behind. Oh, hang on, it's TK. Well, he's gonna overtake HPA Gamer. DRS is now disabled, so now that is definitely the indication for them to get into the pits now and get off of those tires. Actually, no. Max is going to stay out for this lap, but Tico is coming in, and same with Dutch. Oh, I think he just hit the wall. Did he hit the wall there at pit entry? He went into a dead stop as he got into the pit lane. Intermediates on for Dutch, and intermediates on as well for the Aston Martin. Few other drivers are staying out. They're not going into the pits. Robson stayed out, Bossy stayed out, Lucas stayed out, Zero stayed out. Intermediate tires as well for Jeremy. Intermediate tires as well for Play Tendo, and a front wing change. Oh dear, so he's going to be losing a few spots there and losing time thanks to that. Neil Cindric gets to the pits. He also had to get a new front wing as well. Oof. Alright. What on earth is going on here? Sam Driver, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. And for whatever reason, my intervals just went wonky there. I don't think Stroduzzi is 47 seconds behind. No, there's no way. Because... oh, the next car in front of him is a Haas. I don't know, something isn't quite right with the intervals there for him. It says he's behind Gamer, which I don't think it's 47 seconds. I want to say that's at least 4 seconds he's behind. Alright, well, what do the leaders do? Max is coming into the pit lane. Very long pit lane as well here at Singapore. 37-mile-an-hour pit lane. Robson will have to come. Yeah, they all have to come in, surely. Alright, so I'm guessing we'll have to keep our eyes out for the Red Bull. So keep your eyes out for the dark blue dots. He's making his way towards the final corner. And I think he should be able to stay in front of him. Lucas did stay out, so he's out for another lap. And yep, Max has gone in front of Stroduzzi comfortably. Okay, so now Stroduzzi is in second. Okay. Perhaps. The two horses are side by side. Jeremy and Robson. Jeremy gets in front of his teammate. Well, Bossy tried to counterattack with actually, no, there's no DRS, silly me. Non-intermediate conditions. Nah, he's not quite close enough to attack him. Yeah, right now you got two horses and an AlphaTauri battling for 6th place. And unsurprisingly too, Max is starting to close in on Lucas. Yeah, he's like, oh, jeez whiz, Robson made a mistake, and here comes Bossy through the Anderson Bridge. He gets in front. Oh, but he also makes a mistake too, almost, at the exit of turn 13. Gamer, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Alright, as they make their way up towards the 90-degree corners of 16 and 17. Meanwhile, the Max is catching as Lucas goes into pit lane. So Max will now retake the lead of the Singapore Grand Prix. Stroduzzi in second, Tico is in third, Dutch in fourth. Now where will Lucas come out? So Jeremy's going front. Lucas is just coming towards the pit lane. I think he's going to come out behind Zero, I reckon. Or he'll be close. Yeah, he's just behind him now. So Lucas now goes from the lead down to 10th place. Alright. Robson. Yeah, not close enough to attack. Yeah, right now they are the closest battle we've got for fighting for any sort of points. Jesler overtaking Patuka, that's just because Tucker's gone back into pit lane. So yeah, apparently what happened to Stroduzzi is that I guess he never had any sort of incidents. At least it's what it looked like. Because it looked like to me he was tumbling down the field, then his car was just reacting weird at the Singapore sling, and yeah, I don't know. But whatever, he's all good at least, that's the main thing. And of course we do have more action coming your way as well. We do have a few for PSGL. I think we still have, yeah, we've got of course F1 coming soon on the PS side. That'll be happening in about 20 minutes. Jess will be on the call for that race as well, with those drivers being the best of the best, fighting out in the PlayStation side of things. Alright, Stroduzzi, 1.2 seconds. He's closed up a little bit on this lap. Can he get by Max here soon? I can definitely tell you it won't be easy, especially around Singapore in these sort of conditions. Because Singapore, like I've mentioned before, is not a very easy spot to overtake. Not an easy place to overtake. Thanks to it being a straight circuit, and then of course, when you add the elements to it, yeah, it's not fun. They actually should be fine that it's not wet conditions. If it's wet, oh jeez, you have fun with that. Gamer gets himself another penalty. I think that's now 6 seconds. Yes, it is. Actually, we don't need the tire graphic up since everyone is on intermediate tires, as Bossy now picks up a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Stroduzzi, meanwhile, Stroduzzi, meanwhile, heading up towards the grandstand. There's Tika behind. Currently sitting in a comfortable third place. Alright, back out of the final corner now, back onto the main straightaway. We'll begin lap 10 of 31 here at Singapore. Oh, something's happened here. The TK's into the barrier, I think. That's at turn 16 and 17. As Dutch now picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. That must have happened at turns 2 and 3, I suppose. To 3 yellows for some reason. For what though? Was he TK? Yeah, it's probably for the TK. Well, and apart from that, apart from that, it seems like everyone's well and truly spread out. Yeah, not really anyone's like too close to attack or do anything. Yeah, welcome to Singapore, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Well, overtaking in wet conditions around this place can be a pain in my you-know-what. Probably will say for the drivers. Oh, gee whiz. But we still got player race to come. We might have some sort of drama heading our way. 1 second now is the margin between Stroduzzi and Max, making their way through 20 and 21. Out of the final couple of cores now. We'll begin lap 11 of 31. 21 more laps to go here at Singapore. Yeah, the driver should be thankful though, it's not a 100% race. I have seen races before, even the virtual world, where, shoot, I think it was from another league, back in 2021, where it was a full wet race. They had a lot of safety cars that happened that race as well. And because there's a rule in F1 where if you go over the 2-hour time clock, then that basically counts as race is over. Apparently that also happens in this game as well, if you go over that 2-hour time limit. Alright, 9/10 is the gap between the Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull. Stroduzzi looking like he has some pretty decent pace in that Red Bull as well. Around the hairpin. Now heading up towards turn 14. Although Singapore would be a track I would love to see in IRL. I mean, like I said, it's not the most exciting track in the world. Oh, is Max had a bit of a tank slapper there at the exit of turn 17. But what it does provide around this place, it has a really good party atmosphere. It does seem like in any sort of street circuit you go to in Formula 1, that they apparently have some sort of like good atmospheres, good party atmospheres, and whatnot. I don't know if anyone would agree with me on that, but that's what I would see. Especially in that now we have another street circuit coming our way in Las Vegas for the 2023 calendar. It's like, gosh, how many street circuits do we have? We've got Baku, we've got Singapore. Oh my god, and Max had a massive tank slapper there. He caught the car well though, and the safety car's been deployed. For what? Oh, that's why. TK had another spin. He's destroyed his front wing, and, well, an Alpine has now caused a safety car. Tristan and both McLarens are going into the pits. And on to another set of inters, so they're going to double stack. Here, McLaren. Well, yeah, the safety car comes out not because of a not because of a genuine retirement, just because of someone destroying the front wing. I'll be back in just 1 second. Just gotta do something real quick. Oh, I see a few more drivers are now pitted in. Let me see what they're going on to. New set of enters? Yep, new set of enters. And there's the safety car there. So, Stroduzzi stayed out, but Max came in. Jeremy is going to stay out as well. He will overtake Max for second place. Bossy also stays out. He'll come out behind him. So some changes have been made. Robson also stayed out. Tico did go into the pit, so now he's into 6th place, not 3rd anymore. Oysen stayed out. Lucas, well, of course, he pitted not too long ago. Dutch, he's on to another set of enters. Same with Zero. And Plate Tendo is also coming in for a set of intermediates. Jessel will also come in. He's going on to a set of enters as well. Yep, everyone's... Oh, well, Tristan's going to another set. Oh, but a new front wing as well. Right. Okay. Fair. Fair enough. Alright. Guess while we have the safety car break, give you a quick reminder of our sponsor here, of GT Omega, who is the leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from gaming chairs to sim racing cockpits, to improve your gaming setup with GTO. If you want to check them out, go to www.gtomega.com.uk and also use the promo code PSGL at checkout for 5% off of any GT Omega products. You can also follow them on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/GTOmegaTV. Also follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GT Omega. That's capital GTO Mega Racing, capital R, and also give them a follow as well. Alright, Oysen. He's got himself a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Well, that could be part of the reason why. So he probably missed the pit lane, and then he just cut back in, and yeah, well, he's got no front wing as well. So he'll go on a new front wing and a new set of intermediates. So I think he'll have enough of a gap to be somewhere in... Oh, I'm probably going to say he's going to come out behind Gamer, at least. Yeah. Actually, no, he'll come out behind Plate Tendo as well. Oysen, a 5-second time penalty for crossing the pit lane exit white line. Yeah. I can understand a little bit on that penalty because the pit lane around this place is absolutely horrible. I would say, in my opinion, it's one of the worst pit lanes on the modern Formula 1 schedule. The fact that you come out of the pit lane and you have this weird way of cutting through turn 1 and exiting onto turns 2 and 3. And then not only that, you've got the barrier really close to you. So if you, let's say, get turned too soon while you're getting out of the pits, you're more than likely going to tap your left rear tire on that wall and then spin. I've done that mistake before too. I remember I did that in another league during qualifying, and yeah, I gave myself a 5-place grid penalty even though I was trying to get out of the way, but there was a Red Bull that came up towards me and then T-boned me. So yeah, I kind of screwed my qualifying pretty much. Sam Driver just slaying people through? Okay. Alright, well, still got a long way to go. Question a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So he probably had illegal overtakes prompted and, well, just didn't comply to it. Alright, so... And Oysten has a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. And what is going on here? Roxon has gone into the pits, and same with Jeremy. Both houses are coming into the pits. Gamer's coming into the pit. Oh, I see the rain's getting heavier, so they're thinking it's time for wets, isn't it? Yep, there you go. There's the blue tires. The blue striped tires. And a front wing change for Gamer, and on a set of intermediates. Ooh, have Haas may have played this correctly here. I honestly think they have, because look how heavier it's starting to get. It's starting to get a little bit more heavier, so if it does work, both Haas's are definitely have definitely played the right game here. Alright, sure. I'll show you the tires. Yeah. All right. I'll just, for your sake. Yeah, for your sakes, I'll keep it up then. I usually don't if it's just like these sort of conditions. Alright, so... I've got the tire showing, don't worry, I've got it. Yeah. Anyway, safety car is coming in this lap. As Tristan and... Oh! Gamer has destroyed his front wing! Oh dear, well, he's gonna have to go back in and get another one. Oh, I think Satike just ran to the back of Sem Driver. Sem Driver's trying to let him by. Oh, jeez, this has made things a lot awkward, hasn't it? Well, just keep going, proceed as best you can. Alright, so, Stroduzzi will control the field here. Yeah, Gamer is just really slowing down the cars behind him. He needs to get a move on. But yeah, I understand that he's got a missing front wing, so he's going to have to be careful with that. Alright. Back onto the main straightaway. We're back under green flag racing here at Singapore. And someone has spun, I believe. Or someone, nope, someone's gone to the pits. That's Oysten. He has retired from the session. He has had enough. Down the inside goes Robson into turn 1. He goes to the inside of the Alpine of Neil Cindric. He gets in front. He's up into 10th place. Jeremy, meanwhile, overtaking plate 10, or trying to, into turn 5. He now gets by as Gamer goes, or is trying to get into the pit lane. Sem Driver and Zatike have also picked up damage too, from what it looked like. Question of 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and here comes the Haas of, ooh, gee whiz, the Haas of Robson. He needs to get by that Williams quickly. He's looking to the inside. Oh, but there's not much room. Heading through turn 8, but he will have the better traction and the better grip compared to the Inters. He's going around the outside. He makes it work. What a move by Robson. Jeremy, though, is making those wets work as well. Look how quick these wets are compared to everyone else. He's got so much more traction, so much more grip. Here he goes to the inside. Comes Jeremy on Tico. He gets by him. He's now into 4th. Can he get by Bossy? Oh, that's definitely going to be a unanimous yes. Yeah, these are definitely the best tires to go through. So, yeah, the Haas's have definitely made this strategy work. They are gaining places bit by bit, pretty much. Yeah, look how slow they are. They're crawling literally through the 90-degree corners. There goes Jeremy. He's now gained by Max. He's trying to down the inside. He gets him underneath the grandstand. Can he get by Stroduzzi? He's now all over the back of him as they make their way through turns 20 and 21. Oh, but a bit of a moment. Around the outside goes Jeremy, and he gets in front. He's now into the race lead. What a superb strategy call by Jeremy and by both Haas's of him and Robson. Absolutely fantastic. Tico is staying out. Max is staying out as well. Stroduzzi, Dutch, and Bossy have come into the pits for wet tires. They have played this to absolute perfection. Can Robson get by Tico here? Heading towards turn 5. Yes, he can there. He's got more traction, more grip. There he goes. Yep, the Inters are definitely not the tire to go to. It's the blue tires, it's the wets that you need. I mean, look at this. Jeremy has gained nearly 3 seconds on this lap alone so far. Max is just literally struggling. He's crawling out there. Anyone on the intermediates is literally crawling. As the TK is retired in the pit lane, he's had enough. Alright, he needs to get by quickly here. Around the hairpin. Yeah, look at the traction, look at the grip compared to the inches in the wets. There goes Robson. Into second. And it is now a Haas 1-2 here at Singapore. Absolute masterclass strategy by both Haas's. And Jeremy, well, he's got a really good, nice gap. He's got nearly a 9-second lead. On this particular lap, he's probably gained about 6 seconds over Max. That's how much of a difference is of the wets and inters. Max has to come in, sure. No, he's staying out for another lap. Oh, I don't know about that, Chief. I would have come in this lap. Patuka, who wasn't last at one point, he's up into 8th place. He's now got the intermediate runners to deal with too. He's also got a penalty to his name as well. Heading through turn 3. Up towards turn 4. Yeah, you can see the grip and the tire. Oh! He makes a bit of contact. Doesn't matter though, he will pull through. He's now up to the 7. Next target room will be Playtendo. Yellow flags, that's... who is that? That was caused in sector 1, that's Neil Cindric. Spinning out at turn 4. And Patuka, meanwhile, has now overtaken Playtendo. That's for 6th place. Yeah, Jeremy has just got a 10.1 second lead. He is literally flying in these conditions. But if Max keeps staying out, he's going to be really screwed on his strategy. As Gamer has done another spin and also destroyed a bit of his front wing. Yeah, not been a great day for McLaren, it seems. Oh, something's happened here. Looks like Jesler's now been overtaken by Stroduzzi. As Neil Cindric has had a spin, this time at the Singapore Sling. There goes Questro there in the Mercedes-Benz, as Jimmy also has a spin too. 3-second penalty for Neil Cindric for quarter cutting. Alright, well, Patuka, he just needs to catch up to now Tico. And they are still staying out, Max and Tico. Why are you staying out, though? Well, there goes Dutch, and there goes Stroduzzi. Gained by 0, and Dutch gained by Jesler. And there goes Patuka around the outside, and he gets in front of the Aston Martin. At turn 5, he moves himself up into 4th place. His next target will be Max, who is still out there as well, who was leading this race. But unfortunately, a wrong strategy call from the Alfa Romeo driver has really backfired horrifically, as Gamer has another moment, this time at the grandstand. Here comes Patuka. Oh, and a massive slide from the Alfa Romeo, and through goes Patuka. He's now into the podium places. Patuka, who was in last, up into 3rd, and the Alfa and the Haas's 1-2. Stroduzzi down the inside of Tico. He's now moved himself into 5th. Next target for him will be the guy that he was racing against for the race lead. That being Max Verguest. And Bossy overtaking Jesler as well on the wet tires. Alright, Stroduzzi, he's got Max to play with now. Max is just going to keep losing about 5 or 6 seconds a lap if he keeps doing this as the TK has left the session. Spinning out at turn 4, looked like. Here goes Stroduzzi to the inside, and there he goes. He's up into 4th. Max continues to stay out for another lap. Yeah, right now, as we speak, he is literally almost a pit stop behind our current race leader. As Bossy now overtakes the Williams there of 0 for 8th. Dutch now overtaking Max as well. He's up into 5th place. Max just losing more and more time. Well, what he asked though for is the conditions to get better. That way it can transfer back to being intermediate conditions, but no, this strategy has really backfired on him horrifically. Really has for anyone that's still going on those intermediates. Yeah, meanwhile, out in front though, Jeremy. Let me see where he started. Jeremy has gained 14 places. He started in 15th place. Wow. Yeah, he's definitely going to be driver of the day at this rate. I didn't realize that. Oops. Yeah, I forgot that for the... Yeah, he started 15th place. Up 14. That's insane. But it also shows how much this strategy's worked for him. Yellow flags are out. Neil Cindric has spun again. Looks like the reserve driver's woes continue here. Oh, that's... Yep. Thankfully, Ghosty system kicked in. Yeah, that was Robson that just lapped him as well. But yeah, thanks to that safety car period, by timing it absolutely right, they managed to pit whilst the safety car was going, and then yeah, get on the wet tires, and they made it work. And it's still working for them at least. Down the inside goes Tico, or Bossy on Tico. Max still out there, and of course he's still struggling on those tires. There's Bossy. Here he comes to the inside of turn 8. Uses the inside curb. Jimmy gets himself a 5-second penalty for speeding. And there he goes. There's Bossy now into 6th. Jimmy is retired in the pits. He has had enough. Becomes our 3rd retirement of the race. But most of them have been, all of them have been voluntary retirements as well. None of them really been because of a crash. Yeah, no, it's just been a very much of a race of strategy, and that's what it's proven here tonight. A spin as well for Gamer there again, this time at turn 16. Oh, poor fella, and he's got a missing inflict. Yeah, no, it's gone from bad to worse for him. Not really liking Singapore, it seems. I mean, of course, as well, these guys are not running any sort of assists, so I can't imagine how hard it is to drive with no assist on these bloody things. Yeah, it takes a lot of skill to do something like that. Gamer's retired in the pits. Yep, he has had enough. Well, now they got Tristan for company. Tico and Max. And, well, here he comes. Oh! That was tight. Looked like Tico was about to close the door, but then he realized Tristan was literally right there and decided to check up. Alright, heading up towards now turn 8. Questioner overtaking Jesler. That's for 12th place. That happened at turn 6, it looked like. Yeah, a lot of them are just praying that the intermediate conditions get back, but by taking this sort of gamble, it really isn't the best thing to do. It really has proven that tonight. Jeremy is just enjoying life at the front. Right now has a 17-second lead to his teammate. Oh, as Max overshoots the corner at turn 14. He misses the corner completely. He's now dropped down behind his teammate. Oh, the man that was on pole, the man that was leading this race, has that all washed away. Alright, meanwhile we do have a battle for the podium. Patuka and Stroduzzi, but Patuka of course does have a penalty to his name, so if Stroduzzi does maintain this gap, he'll still overtake him for the podium. Hey, through turn 8, up towards turn 9. He's just trying to fall behind. You don't want to do anything silly if you're Stroduzzi in this situation. Through the Anderson Bridge. Robson! Oh, he's crashed! Oh no! At turn 14! He was going to be looking like it's second place. He's thrown it away. at turn 14, and a safety car has come out. Oh no! He hit head first into the tire barrier, and like that, he is out. And a drive-through penalty for Max as well. Oh no! Intermediates for Jeremy. What happened? He really must have overshot the corner or something. Unbelievable. 2 safety cars. And the man that was looking like he was gonna finish in second, 5-second penalty served by Pataka. And intermediate goes on. Unbelievable. But amazingly, Pataka keeps his place. Maybe because Stroduzzi got held up by the Ferrari that was coming in of Dutch. Oh my goodness me. I do not believe it. So that 16-second lead that Jeremy had has been thrown away. Has literally been thrown away. Thanks to his teammate crashing. So yeah, since Pataka... Actually, Stroduzzi lost another spot. He's lost a position to Tico. Semdriver is still staying out. He's on the wets. No, these conditions looking more enters, mate. Well, we've had drama, but I mean, I guess it's not the drama that I anticipated. Alright, so Neil Cindric also stayed out so he can unlap himself, so yeah, obviously that's why he's out of the safety car. Well, looks like we're going to be out of the safety car for a while, since everyone is well and truly spread out. Sam Driver's gone in for he'll go into a set of intermediate tires. The cars that were behind it, from Tristan down towards Lucas, have pitted for a new set of intermediate tires, and same as Stroduzzi and Tico, who are currently occupying 4th and 3rd. Actually, how did he get a penalty? Oh, that was Dutch, sorry. I'm misreading that. Max, I know, did get a draw. Well, that's not going to help his cause. He spins out at turn 5. Destroys a bit of his front wing. Yeah, this race has really gone from bad to worse for Max. Got the strategy wrong during the time the wet conditions happened. Try to gamble staying on the intermediate tires. Gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. He'll have to serve the drive-through, and now he's gonna destroy front wing. Yeah, no, his race is definitely over. Who was definitely leading this race, very for a good while, until the safety car came out, thanks to Zatika. Alright, well. Yeah, we're gonna be under the safety car for a while. It probably won't come until lap 26 or 27, I reckon. Alright, so Max, yeah, you're gonna have to go in for a new front wing, of course. Yep, no end plate on the right hand side of that front wing of that Alpha. Yeah, nah, it's not surprising he retired in the pits. His race was over after he got the drive-through and the damage. Yeah, we've lost now. Shoot, that's now our sixth driver we've now lost in this race. Oh dear, Spitaka is literally lagging all over the place for me. Let me think. We started this stream about over an hour ago. It's nearly 12:30 my time. We've had this stream up for over an hour and a half. At least I want to say. Jeez. For nearly an hour and a half we've had this stream up. We started in dry conditions, then we went to then wets, and now we're back to intermediate conditions again. Well, welcome to Singapore, I suppose. Yeah, Neil's got a lot of work to catch up to that safety car queue. Well, he's not going to catch up to it now, because the safety car is coming in. I mean, the only thing he can say that he isn't lapped. Alright, Jeremy will control the field again. Or not again, he will control the field as Max has left the session. I don't blame him, really, after all that shenanigans. That is quite unfortunate for him. I definitely would have put him as a contender for the race win, but yeah. Just got very unlucky. Bataka is literally lagging. Oh my goodness. Look at him. He's lagging all over the shop. Alright, well here we go. Round the final corner. And we're back under green here in Singapore as Bataka again continues to lag. Tico needs to find a way by, I think. Not quite close enough. Seems like a very controlled restart from what it looks. Oh, but Zero's losing a couple plays there. It's a Mercedes being stuck in a Williams sandwich. His question was in the middle of that stuff there between himself and plate Tendo and Zero. Around the outside he goes. He's up at the 10th. Actually, no, but plate Tendo holds the position up at the 10th. Bossy and Tristan side by side into turn 7. Bossy gets by, he's up at the 6. Gee whiz. Very opportunistic move, but he still made it work. Sorry, Whalers, I don't speak German. I'm gonna probably translate and say that you're saying Straduzzi number 1. And of course, Lucas there just cheering on his GRS compatriot in the comment section. Meanwhile, Jeremy's got nearly a 1.3 second, or he's got a 1.3 second lead to Pataka. Yeah, he demonstrated how quick he is in these sort of conditions. Yeah, it's definitely looking like it's still carrying the same story on the intermediate conditions. Yeah, right now he is just pulling away. We're on to lap 28 of 31 here at Singapore. We've just got about nearly 4 more laps to go. Jesler overtaking Sem driver, or trying to, into turn 1. He gets by him underneath the highway bridge, up into 8th place. Play tender on the back of Sem driver, heading through turn 5. He is about under 2/10 behind the Alpha, literally smelling the gearbox oil. Down the inside goes Playtendo. He makes it work. He's up into 9th place. Oh, as Lucas, I think, has overshot the corner there at turn 7. Yes, he has. Might want to back up and not scrape the wall there, buddy. Yeah, Jeremy is starting to literally pull away. He's gained about nearly a second on this lap too. Yeah, I think at this rate I don't see anybody catching him. Yeah, Pawtucka's just laying a bit of a train, but my goodness, he is lagging like crazy. But in fair respect too, he is had a good drive as well. He was near the back at one point, and then he worked his way up thanks to the strategy call as well, going onto the wet tire when it truly mattered. Oh, as he makes a mistake at turns 20 and 21. Maybe not. That was lag again. Alright, we've got 3 more laps left, so there shouldn't be a safety car now coming out anywhere at this point. So now it's just pretty much a pure racing to the checkered flag. 7/10 is the gap between Tico and Pawtucka. As they now make their way towards turn 7. Can't do anything here, not yet at least. Up towards turn 8. Now into turn 9. Zero overtaking Questro. Oh, they're close to one another at turn 8. They're banging wheels a bit, heading towards turn 9. The Mercedes trying to hang around the outside. You can't do too much there, I'm afraid. Zero now moves up into 11th place. And I think at this rate he should be able to score the final point scoring place. He's right now currently in 11th with a 1.7 second gap to Sem. Cindric on soft tires, well, I guess why not? I mean, what do you got to lose, I suppose? Alright. 2021. Yeah, Tico can't really do too much with Pawtucka in front of him. Mainly because he doesn't really have the pace to keep up with Jeremy, but that's not his only issue. Tico's got. Jesler make it. Oh, he's spun it into the pit wall at the final corner, but he gets going again. All right, down towards turn 7. The gap right now hovering at 3.5 seconds between the top two. Jeremy looking pretty much in comfort mode at this point.